select your character.
I caught a fish, but it's a weird fluffy fish. Say hi, fluffy fish.
Hi. I didn't know I was a fluffy fish, but hi.
May I just say real quick before we get started, that's actually the first time I've ever seen Eggman outright ask us to select our character.
I didn't think he was a character that could actually, introduce things on the main menu, but there you go.
So, yeah, no, it's usually either the playable characters or to call, and I've never had Eggman do that, so that's a first for me. Also, yes, for the
It's been a long time since I heard Eggman even doing that.
Yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our new friend here, MB, as we start on Big the Cat's campaign for Sonic Adventure.
Hello.
Yeah, this is the aforementioned sheep that we've mentioned a handful of times in the playthrough.
Well, happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you here as we start our story on a starry night out in the jungles of the Mystic Ruins. You have Big the Cat, your normal, average fishing cat.
He's sleeping on top of his nightlight.
Yeah, and he also has a frog named, well, Froggy.
What a trendsetter this man is.
But the rumble woke up Froggy, and Froggy, out in the distance, noticed a really weird puddle of water inching slowly at him.
Not the water!
I think I should hop away.
And then Froggy proceeded to drink it all.
Oh.
Hey, Froggy, what did it taste like? Froggy, I had the weirdest dream.
Tasted like Powerade.
No, it tasted like piss.
For a moment,
Because he went through the
for
sewer.
a moment, I...
Sorry.
Froggy, is that you? You're looking kinda weird.
And she said, go ahead, James.
Oh, sorry. I lost my train of thought because now we're suddenly seeing that Froggy grew a tail.
How'd he do that? That's crazy.
Like most frogs.
What's up with the cat? Oh my god, I'm so proud of you for growing, Froggy.
Oh boy.
Is that a tail on your backside, or are you just happy to see
Also,
me?
apparently, all this time, Big the Cat had a Chaos Emerald just for safekeeping, I guess.
It tasted like lemonade.
I mean, who's to say he didn't fish it out at one point during his many days of fishing?
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Big the Cat, for all intents and purposes, he's a very simple character at heart. I wouldn't outright call him a straight-up dumbass, but, he lives by his own rules, and, I mean, nobody really bats an eye on the matter.
What rules?
Yeah, I would say at worst he's just blissfully unaware of everything around him.
Which does make me very curious. I mean, okay, infamously we know why this game mode was made. It was made because the creator, I guess, just really freaking loved fishing that much. And wanted everyone
And they
to
wanted to
enjoy.
sell a Sega peripheral.
That's true.
Which I don't think even worked with Sonic Adventure, I mean, which is kind of weird. Hey, little girl, have you seen my friend?
Please go away. You're freaking me out.
Meow.
I have a confession to make.
Yes.
What?
Bake the Cat was the first campaign in the game that I ever completed when I first played this game.
That's not Eggman.
Really?
Yeah, I was so enamored by the color purple at the age of 7 that I decided to play this.
Aw, that's so wholesome.
There's nothing wrong with it. That's cool.
No, it doesn't.
So Big the Cat's soul story pretty much takes place more or less in tandem with every other character's campaign while they're out doing their usual. Meanwhile, Big's just worried about getting his frog back.
Also, do not miss this lore. This is a very, this is a very important lore to get later.
Mostly if you're gonna go for all of Big's trial stages, because as far as the main campaign itself, you really don't need them all that much. They are helpful though, because basically the more powerful the lore, the easier it is to catch fish.
Oh, by the way, you're missing another power-up.
What?
There's another power up.
Go into there. That right? No, not
No, in the
go
city.
to the main square. The main square.
The car with the manhole
Okay.
cover under it.
Yeah. Remember when I
right.
said that Knuckles could punch it away? He can't. But this guy could pick it up and put it down.
Ooh.
Well, eeky spoilers. I was gonna get to that.
When?
Damn, we backseat gaming over here?
Oh,
See,
yes.
there he is.
Frog.
A frog.
There you are.
We don't appreciate backseat gamers here in this part.
We only appreciate gaming in the passenger seat. And
Yeah, we only appreciate passenger side assistance.
What's wrong?
Police! Help!
Can you help me, Mr. Policeman?
Well,
How terrifying would it be if you just saw a big purple cat lift up a police car
I know, right?
and drop underneath it?
I smell funny.
Well, there you
Big's
go.
now covered in shit.
Oh,
Oh, he's tail! He shot on his tail. Also, oh, this is how we get above Twinkle Park.
Yep, there's another way straight to Twinkle Park, and it's through the sewers.
Oh,
Yuck.
well.
Because apparently the elevator cannot support the girth.
Neither can bumper cars, James. I'm sorry, you will have to walk.
oh well.
You'll have to walk along the track.
So while we get straight into what Big's whole adventure is, which is, this is the level, everybody, right here. This is it.
This entire body of water is all Big has in this level, because his primary gimmick is fishing.
I would have never guessed.
Yep. Basically,
Just wait.
yeah, so there's Froggy. The goal of every level is to catch and reel Froggy in. You can get some of the other fish if you want, but your main goal is to just get Froggy.
Oh! Ow! Oh, that was a big fish.
I didn't even see the meter get that high.
And that's a life lost.
Yeah, because apparently Big did not think to bring spare fishing rods.
Really? That's actually... Go ahead.
That's... that is a fail state.
Essentially.
That hurt my bum and my feelings.
No.
I'm gonna go eat some ice
Yoo-hoo,
cream. I
Froggy!
go for 20
Yeah, Froggy.
Froggy, you can smell it. You can taste it. It's a mile away.
It's right there. Why?
Froggy!
It's just diluted underwater.
That was always a classic.
Over here, Froggy!
And it's not even that. It's not
Froggy!
to... So, I remember when we did this for the channel a long while ago, we were talking about this and we were like, how did you... Is there a trick to getting him to like? Is there a trick to the hit mechanic? Like, how is cod fishing controlled?
No.
No?
So the long and the short of it is that, well, first off, you got to hold down the B button in order to cast your reel. Secondly, you can press any of the directions to move the lure left and right.
Come on, Froggy.
When a fish
There you
or
go.
froggy is about to bite it, you want to hold down on the stick for an immediate catch,
Gotcha.
because it is very well possible for them to just lick it for a little bit and then just drop it and go their merry way.
Don't hold down too hard, though, because the line will break.
As for the actual mechanics of attracting the fish and or frog, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
You,
fair.
you just got to get close enough to them and wiggle it a little bit, and maybe they'll
No, you just gotta pray.
catch the motions.
And also, that bar on the side, be careful not to let it get too full, because otherwise the line will snap.
Uh-oh.
Yep, and that counts as a life loss.
And then you'll have to go home and get a new one.
Or occasionally that can happen, and the line just says, "Okay, not today."
Huh?
What the fuck?
15th time's a charm.
Ha! Well, maybe he's closer. Maybe he'll maybe we'll be able to try. Oh, here he comes.
You know, fishing in the cityscape isn't quite all it was cracked up to be.
At least that's what I thought I was going to do when I was fishing. Now to put it into action.
But I mean, so clearly that was the problem, Sammy. That was the thing that Aaron did not understand was the hit mechanic of holding down when it gets. He just thought it would happen automatically.
Yeah, and the game never really. I don't think the game even tells you about that. But you have to figure that out yourself. Woohoo! But unfortunately, in our little frenzy there, he somehow jumped right off our hands.
Oh.
I think it's important to note that his victory shout, like Sonic has yes, or Knuckles has all right. Big the cat has, oh no, what am I gonna do?
Well, he doesn't always do that. Like sometimes he says it, just to find that Froggy got away.
Maybe Froggy's in here.
I also like that like Big was slowly encroaching, just like he was like committed a murder and he got caught on a CTV cam or something.
I think I committed mass murder.
Frogmobile!
Something smells fishy.
What's a CTV? What's a
Big, you got-
television?
Big, there's blood all over you. You got caught for murder, man.
No, that's ketchup. What's a murder? No, that's all just mud. Why is that body not moving?
That's tartar sauce.
Also, yes, folks, I did do this earlier with Sonic, but I figured why not? Since Biggs' campaign is the shortest out of the lot of them, so I figure I'll pad out the time however I can.
I think there's really only like 4 levels in the game.
4 levels, and Big has the least amount of story compared to everyone else.
That's true. It just goes right
Yeah.
from one to the other.
Sadness.
Now,
Oh, ow,
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
I was wanting to take the time to just to give her a bit of a primer as to what we do. First off,
sure.
apologies for how chaotic we sound. That's just going to be the norm. Second off, just to help get to get you involved in conversations, do you have a history with Sonic Adventure that you'd like to disclose with us, or just anything Sonic in general?
I've not played Sonic Adventure before, so it's bad, man. My first mainline Sonic game technically was actually Shadow the Hedgehog, which
poor
sounds,
thing.
I know, right? So like, see that makes things interesting.
Oh, so I'm not the only one.
Yeah, that you and Doug know have that in common.
Well, I'm
I
glad
mean,
there's someone else.
Technically, for me as well, Shadow was my first one.
Oh, hey, I got a nice amount of rings, don't you say?
I'm just saying, you three all started on the wrong foot.
Yeah, for real.
Also, hi, Ike. I
You say
like
that
it.
while I was a really dumb kid back then.
I see you guys are getting off on the wrong frog.
I like my men edgy and soft on the inside. All right, let me
fine.
vibe.
But yeah.
I mean,
Anyway.
I guess I'll say real quick, MP, are there any other Sonic games you played aside from Shadow?
I've actually got to play a little bit of Sonic Frontiers. I've just been busy with other things happening, so I haven't been able to play through the full game. That's been fun. And then I played some of the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, that game that came out for April Fools. That was really fun. They didn't need to go that hard for an April Fool's joke.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have to, but honestly, they did, and I think he's probably one of the best. Honestly, I forget who brought this up, but it's probably the best said. For what people thought was just going to be a Mimi Lulzy sort of, haha, Sonic's dead sort of affair, it turned out to be one of the most Sonic-y things ever to be put out in the past 10 years or so.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
And the thing I like to joke about is the whole, like, I can't believe it. Our next-gen open zone game that's meant to combat the criticisms people have had with the 2010s lost to an April Fool's joke.
I mean, it's true, unfortunately.
Also, hello there, Pink Hedgehog. Have you seen my friend?
I'm so bored. I guess I'll go shopping or something.
Die. Actually fucking die. Sit there and die.
If
I was,
Oh.
well,
Whoa.
I was just going to outright say,
You do that, girlfriend.
This
if I could just
this made my hat tilt.
Just the whole,
if I could just say, I love the observation that like SGB brought up in like their Sonic Adventure playthrough like years ago.
Oh yeah.
I love the idea that everybody is somehow like 15 levels dumber when you play as Big.
I love it.
Because Amy right there, that sounded like a tape recorder of Amy just talking.
How's it hanging, Red Enchilada?
I see a green-colored stone somewhere?
I'm only...
Or you know what?
I'm only...
Or you know what? It's kind of like the Futurama episode with the brain spawn.
Where did you get that?
Just turning everybody on Earth stupid.
I'm only...
Go ahead, Hype. Go. Sorry, I was saying go ahead, Hype.
I was just saying I'm interested in frogs.
Green stone.
you know what? I just made a goof.
what'd you do?
Realize that now. I thought I could make it. I thought it wouldn't hurt to make a detour to grab some stuff and. Oh, wait a minute.
What
Oh,
the hell?
Oh, I learned something new today.
Yep, I don't think you can carry that up a ladder.
Can't. No. Try it.
No, I already tried it. It won't work.
No, it's sticking to your shoulder for a second.
So how about? So I got so bored. No, so I gotta say,
It
so
doesn't even sound like a frog.
so I'm
But you
looking-
know what? You know what? This is actually a perfect time to show off something that happens when you say if you stop in the middle of a story and decide to come back
Oh.
later. You get a little. Previously on Sonic Adventure, narrated by the character you're playing as.
I'm a cat. My name is Pig. The end.
I thought we had something special.
Where
Why?
did you
Why
go?
does this? Okay. Why does?
I'm sorry. That last line.
What, don't you like me anymore? I thought what we had was special.
You know. I'm.
Just to suffer.
You know, Big. You sound like a teenage girl who's like oversharing everything. It's like, don't you like me anymore?
I am a teenage girl.
You sound like one.
Oh my god.
Listen, Sam. When you're truly in love, then you'll understand.
I am truly in love.
Hi.
You know, I'm pretty sure I am a teenage girl in one of the bootleg dubs.
Bitch, I'm beautiful.
You're right. I am a confident woman who don't need no man.
We don't need no frog.
I don't need no frog to be happy.
So that explains the bloody murder.
What murder?
I told you it was ketchup.
I hope the remainder of this playthrough is nothing but big jokes.
We can't do. Okay,
Well, I mean,
okay,
I'm gonna-
but in all realness, I need to ask the question of.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So Big the Cat was clearly made for this game, for the fishing thing.
To promote Sega Bass Fishing, a completely different Dreamcast
but
game.
like in terms like the Sonic franchise itself, since he appeared in other games besides this, like it's just was that just his whole like development character bible, whatever? It's just he is the layman just in the woods, like the dumb one.
In Frontiers, he doesn't seem to be that way. He seems more chilled out, like kind of like you're like a good pal that will listen to you, sort of thing.
Yeah,
I guess that's fair.
I learned the path of my ways.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here. Like, I've already said this earlier on in the video. It's like, I don't think the Big the Cat is outright dumb. He's just, again, he's a very simple character.
Right, exactly.
And he lives life his own way.
I get the feeling he's very... I wouldn't say simple, but I'd say he's very unaware.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Unless it's, like, directly in his face.
I guess.
He's just blissfully nonchalant about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, that actually is another thing. I'm really trying my best to make sure you get time to talk, MB, but that's another thing that I would like to ask you.
What are your thoughts on me and Froggy? Do you think we're good friends?
Yes. I really like Big the Cat, honestly. Like, for a long time, I didn't really dive too much into characters that didn't seem all that interesting. And, like, I didn't get a lot of time with Big the Cat, but once I started, like, reading into other characters and, like, watching people's, like, content and stuff like that, I actually got to, like, get to know Big a little bit more, and just, he's so dopey, and I love him. He's like a big therapy cat, and I'm here for it.
I'm okay with that.
That was your first mistake.
Unless he attacks from behind, in which case he smacks you upside the head with his fishing pole, like I just saw James assault that man with.
Sorry, I wanted to get your attention for a moment.
Oh my god, he's moving the furniture.
How would they know I'm going to talk
I will bring thee a bed to rest thy head upon.
He's just redecorating, don't worry about it.
I thought it would help. As above, so too below.
You now have longer casting.
It looks like a hornet spot. Oh, that brings me back to
Please don't talk about my ass that way ever again, Steve.
Oh, that brings me back to first. I said hornet, not
The first grade?
No, I was gonna say first semester, because first grade.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about first grade.
No.
Man, that seems like ages ago.
Was this some sort of Billy Madison situation?
Billy Madison.
But real talk, I would not be surprised if out of nowhere there was an IDW comic arc where we had to follow Big the Cat repeating school. I wouldn't even be surprised. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I know the closest thing we have to that is an entire... I know the closest thing we have to that is like an entire story detailing what Big's been up to, like since the beginning of the story all the way up to near the end of the Metal Virus arc.
Really?
Was he ever
there
affected,
is.
or is he just going about his days?
I'll say this much: he does end up getting infected by the end of it, but the story itself is really... It kind of takes the concept of like big cameos that you see throughout the series and just makes an entire story based on like how Big was essentially in every single issue of the comic up until that point.
He's always been there.
Just like the random ass appearances?
And I mean, because you remember like what happened in Sonic Adventure 2 and stuff, right, Icky?
Yeah.
Got arrested.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I know, it was very
I'm
unfortunate.
everywhere.
Serve time on gun offices.
I have,
got a rap sheet.
I have ascended and became God itself.
I've been everywhere, man.
I watch upon my children.
Oh my god!
It's so funny how, like, he's the fastest climber, but then I just got the idea that, oh wait, he's a cat, he can
His
naturally...
arms
takes
are as big
practice.
as Knuckles' body.
Oh my gosh, his climb is so dumb, but I love
Speaking of
it.
Knuckles,
Yeah.
Hi there, Mr. Enchilada. Dare to compare.
Did you call me an enchilada?
Dare to compare.
Evening, stranger. Take a good look, Mr. Knuckles. People say that apparently I'm a more perfect physique, but don't feel so bad. I know you're trying your best. I thought you were gonna say take a good
Keep
look,
talking.
Knuckles. This is what
Keep
this is what peak physical condition looks like.
This is my future. What about you?
I am your peak ideal.
I'm just going there right now.
But don't worry, if you drink your milk, you'll be big and strong like me.
I'm lactose intolerant, Big.
Well, we can't all be winners.
I think that sounds like a
Get
skill
over
issue.
the battles.
Skill issue.
I like how
Actually,
hang on a second,
I'm
guys.
sorry. Can
What's
I
up,
add on?
James?
Can I add on to that real quick?
Hmm.
I'm lactose intolerant, you dick.
Oh, that's okay. All cats are lactose intolerant.
That's true.
That is true. That is very true. That was actually very intelligent. They're big. I'm proud of you.
I'm
Thank you.
I'm glad someone actually caught on to what I said.
You see, I
So
kind of like a...
Oh, sorry.
So that James has got one.
Well,
So, he actually got stuck in the ground. Anyway, yeah, James got one of the most important upgrades is that now Big can swim, and not only swim, he can now fish from atop the water.
I may be lactose intolerant, but I can at least push it on others for my amusement.
Boulders to break the ice.
People don't know that I'm also a sadist.
So where can we find Froggy?
In there.
Frog.
Whoa.
You can find Froggy in this here puddle of icy water.
Oh.
Did the wall just throw the rock back? I'm sorry. Is that just
Yeah,
what happened?
it was.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a weird physicsy thing, but it's like,
Froggy in the ice water. Good thing he's not amphibious, otherwise that'd be very bad for him.
So I guess going back to James. So we're not gonna go fishing from just yet because I didn't the level. What are we up to now then?
This is the only action stage in Big's campaign that does have a... Oh, actually, just the only action stage, period, in Sonic Adventure that has a power-up hidden inside.
That's right.
Actually, one of two stages where you get a power up in the level.
What's the other one?
Well, no, go get it.
That's what I'm doing. What do you think? What do you think I'm taking this pathway? But yeah, no. Like you say, there's two places in the whole game. What's the other one?
Hot shelter.
Wait, Hot Shelter has one?
Yeah.
Which character?
Big.
Wait, who?
Big the cat can find a power up in hot shelter.
Hold on a minute.
Oh wait, are you talking? Wait,
I
are you
smell
talking-
your bullshit there, Iki. I'm pretty sure there's no lure power up in Hot Shelter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like a capsule power up, like speed shield or shield.
No. We just mean like general just upgrades.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Be dumb.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
I know there's a specific pathway in Hot Shelter that leads to a very hefty fish that you need to catch for one of the trial stages.
Or a mission.
Oh right. Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, then again, every stage for Big has that.
It's such a weird freaking place too. But that being said,
I mean, Big's a weird freaking cat, so.
I mean, again, he's very simple by nature. He's lived in the jungle his whole life.
He was.
My bad.
Is that rock floating?
I like how he just yeeted that boulder.
Come on. Don't be stubborn. Come on. I thought I saw a spider. Don't be shy.
I had enough of this shit.
There
we go.
There you go.
Sheesh.
Yay.
All this trouble just for a goddamn lore upgrade.
Huh.
Is that a fish?
Say hi to SpongeBob for me.
Does it just make you? Oh my! I'm ascending. This is it.
anyway,
I told you, my child, I am also the one that powers of God.
Oh my god. Can you
James,
do
man,
your
if
blessing
you-
then, Big?
If
I like you.
I like you too, Big. Thank you.
I was gonna say, okay, want a hug?
I would like to bless you, but you have to sneeze first.
I think allergies are coming in, so don't worry, I can do that for you.
Don't worry, I'm also affectionate.
Aww.
Yeah, I figured. So
I give the best hugs. I do.
I hate that that's accurate of
Okay.
you, hun, a little bit, because
there it is.
I've heard that you give
there
really
he
good
is.
hugs.
there you go.
Frog.
I know,
All
right?
right, let's see if we can catch
Now
this.
then, where were we? Froggy!
So I know it lets you catch bigger fish. Does it have like a higher attract like radius to like to goad Froggy into taking the lure?
beats me.
I don't think so. I mean, again, Froggy's like the rare case where he's really not that hard to catch regardless of what lure power-ups you get. And I mean, that makes sense considering he's the mandatory catch.
That makes sense.
But everything else, everything else has a set weight to them, and if you have a pretty measly lure, then it's not gonna do jack.
Easy does it.
Come on.
You can do it.
I can sense it in my feet. No need to give me the cold shoulder now, Froggy. I don't want to wake up to a frogsicle in the morning. Come on. Come on.
He's pulling this off very well.
Don't you be cross with me. There we go.
Hey,
Gotcha.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Do,
So,
do, 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 do.
I don't,
And Froggy hopped off to find himself a hot spring.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but and then I will. I'm sorry. Then I do want to swap back to MB and Doug and Sammy and others. Is that the joke is like, oh, Big Fish Adventure 3. Here we go, more fishing. I would actually legitimately be interested to see what Sega could do with another game that utilized Big with like an Umihara kind of like platforming gimmick with his fishing pole.
Oh, dude, that would be sick.
That
Like,
would be.
putting that into 3D, like, which if you want to see what that would look like in 3D, I guess stay tuned for if we ever do a look at of that game, The Big Catch.
If I could be perfectly honest, the only kind of officially made Sega game for a new big fishing adventure is Frog Fractions 3.
I forgot about Frog Fractions.
That's the only thing I could visualize for Big the Cat and Froggy.
Hands where I can see them.
Both of them
Hands where I
have.
can see them, kid.
Uh-oh.
He just takes out a Glock.
Jesus.
And then Tails is just silent.
Like,
What a relief. Hi
I'm
there.
gonna call the
Oh
police.
no!
Can I have my friend back, please?
And uh-oh.
don't.
Boink.
Ow.
Ouch.
Wait a minute! That's the sound of jumping on the Mega Mac in Chemical Plant Act 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sock sound effect.
Well, bye, little
Well,
child.
What do you have to say for yourself, little mister?
Sorry, if I had only held on tighter.
But I don't have fingers in my model, so I can't grip it efficiently.
Oh, Tails, if I had a nickel for every time I ever make that steak.
And then he just throws Tails off the cliff.
If I had a nickel every time someone says held on tighter.
Anyway,
And there you go, James. That's where we go. Back to you, Hyphen MB.
yes, because I do want to talk to her a little bit more. So, aside from Big, do you have any other Sonic characters that you find yourself partial towards? You know, whether they be from the games or even from the comics? Because I know, slight real-life trivia here. It's technically via the IDW comics where I met MB.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Yeah, we went through some dubbing stuff with IDWs, so I enjoy that stuff. But to answer your question about characters, Tails is probably my favorite currently. I just like I don't know, I find myself partial to like the second player in games, like Mugman over Cuphead and Mugman, and like Luigi over Mario Luigi. So Tails fits that bill.
Dare I ask it? You know what? You say that, I have to ask now, MB. Do you have an older sibling?
No, actually, I'm the oldest, so I guess it's different in that regard, but I guess I like playing the supporting role in general, so he's a character I really like. I'm also partial to the Blue Pineapple anyway, I mean, poster child character.
The blue pineapple.
That's what he is, I'm just saying. So him,
But where's the sunglasses?
but yeah, and then Shadow was a favorite for a while, but he's like, I still like him as a character, but he's not my absolute favorite as much anymore. So I guess that's
fair.
kind of favorites I go towards at this time. So
I'm sorry, did Big just ask a hotel manager if there was a guest by the name of Froggy?
Yes, I did.
Totally.
So what are you gonna do about it?
Living the dream.
Living the big dream.
I'm sorry, but if they aren't green and have a tail and croak at night, I'm not interested.
There's your pun of the day, Matt, if you see this.
And it's like,
Not bad.
Damn!
why would you
Sorry,
hit
my-
her?
He's assaulting a woman!
I'm sorry, my apologies. Please don't kick me out.
I think he did that because that lady in particular was bad-mouthing Froggy.
You know, that's fair.
She must be punished.
So there's a really weird, like, out-of-the-way secret room in this part of the Emerald Coast.
How so?
Yeah, and I do believe if you're doing the trial missions, that's where you'll find one of the harder fish to catch.
One of the bigger fish.
Yeah, one of the bigger fish.
For now,
It's
it is.
in that tall rock and background, actually.
For
This
now,
one?
yeah, over there, other big time. For now, it is time, Sammy, for me to serenade you with the slide guitar of legend.
What?
That I don't know how Doug would feel about you serenading me, I'm just saying. Logan. You might want to be careful.
88 fingers Logan.
I want to know what exactly is the context behind your proposition, Logan.
Because right there, Aaron's heart just died if he ever happened to watch this footage for whatever reason, because James just got on the first damn try.
Assuming his line doesn't snap.
Oh well.
I fucking figured if that was what you were going to point out.
Can't beat them all, we go Raptor.
And that's how you beat this level in how long? 1 minute.
And 1 second.
That's 1 minute too long.
Don't worry, Mr. Aaron. I think you're still a funny guy.
Oh, actually, one last thing I can bring up about the murder of Sonic. Sorry. There was that reference
I
that was
love
being...
this.
Oh, hang on.
Yoink.
What the? What happened?
Okay.
Something ain't right here. Wait a minute. Wait.
The Krabby Patty secret formula is all mine!
I just thought
wave
this
at his
pause of like,
arms.
wait. I just thought there was this like pause of, wait. Gears are turning. Something is on my hand. Anyway. And then he chased him all the way into the egg carrier. Anyway, do you remember that thing from you're sharing, like, either you or James or someone shared that in the Murder of Sonic you can't have the name Game Grumps?
Right.
You can't?
Oh yeah.
Well, so people are thinking it may actually not be because of Game Grumps. People think it may be flagging it as bad language for the word rump in Rump.
That makes sense.
Rump's a bad
Potentially,
word.
I'd have to test it. It's a fanny word.
It's a fun.
Fanny.
It's a fanny word.
Also, I want to bring up something real quick. Around the same time that Big was chasing Gamma back to the egg carrier, I know it was also around the same time where Knuckles was also chasing after Gamma. Or at the very least, he was following him to reach this area.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm actually surprised at no point at all did Big and Knuckles actually cross paths.
To see each other first time.
It's as if I just showed up here one day.
Also, can I point out that if you listen closely to that audio, you can actually hear Big smelling the air.
Oh yeah,
for Froggy.
he's sniffing for Froggy. You can't find him.
To the
right
tune
now.
of Jingle Bells,
What
by
the
the
hell
way.
does Froggy smell like?
You don't want to know.
A frog?
Passion.
You haven't looked until you smelled a frog before.
Sammy, have you ever smelt a frog before?
No, I haven't.
Also, there's the last Lord power-up.
Nice.
I
Also,
really
real
wish
quick,
they
do you
did
mind
more
if I-
than just let you catch bigger fish. Go ahead.
I really want to add on to like Logan's like response to Sam talking about like what does Froggy smell like. What I was gonna say is like
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's the way you dress.
It's Maybelline.
I bet I could beat that.
Smells
Or
like
not.
smells like passion.
Oh well.
Clarity.
Smells like passion.
Believe it or not, in the trial stuff, Big can play Hedgehog Hammer if he wants to.
He can?
Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
Somehow. Don't ask me how. I mean, his fishing rod can be used for more than just catching fish.
All right, James, time for you to.
Yeah, but when are you ever required to outside of, like, this level?
Oh, in this game, in the story, absolutely none.
All right, James, it's time for you to buckle up, mister. You're already in the last level here, sport.
Last level, and it's like the one time throughout Big's campaign where you actually have to make an actual, like, stretch just to even reach the pond where Froggy's at.
Where you actually have to do platforming.
Actual hand-to-hand big-ass combat.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Somebody stop my sneakers!
You mess with the frog.
They have a mind of their own, I can't stop!
I'm not
I just need another pair of those red sneakers, and then I could finally start going on my own. Froggy and
There
I
he
can
is.
start going on our own adventures.
I'm not
If you
trapped
ma-
in here with you. Sorry, go ahead, Hype.
I like yours better. Go ahead.
Oh, it's just like that's just the lead up to the freaking Watchmen to the. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here.
You're trapped in here with me.
And it's just this like freaking doom metal. Oh, here we go. Flood the entire aquariums.
Now, watch
That
closely.
makes sense.
Oops, did I do that?
Whoa!
Now the
Eels.
fish magically spawn.
Oh shit.
There he is.
They have now come to live. Nature is healing.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Nick can usually just, catch Froggy, just all normal-like.
Come on, buddy.
Just grab them.
Was someone just saying eat him?
Oh, I didn't
What?
say that.
Nuh-uh.
That's
Actually,
such a
why
lie,
doesn't Big
Logan.
just grab him?
Never.
Okay, let's just see if we can catch them.
Oh, I get it.
This song is
Wait.
This song is my favorite for this moment because it's like it has absolutely no connotation with what's going on. Just like fishing, rock and roll.
I will say though, Logan,
No.
the response of like eating Froggy. If they coexisted in the same universe, I can see Big going up to Doc Hopper and punching him in the face.
Hold up, guys.
Yes.
What?
I just had a wonderfully terrible idea.
What was that?
What's that?
Like a particular justification as to why you can't just hop in the water and grab Froggy.
Yeah.
Turns out Big and Froggy made like a blood oath when they were like 7 years old.
God
They both
damn.
swallowed like the same kind of magnet, so now they're magnetically repulsed by
Oh
one
my
another.
god.
That's awful.
I went into this like the freaking Fantastic Beasts movie where like they made a pact that they would never harm one another ever again. Like they
No!
neither can kill the other, and that's why they have to live in peace. And like, anyway, we did it.
Logan, I think you're giving Big the Cat too much credit.
I don't think you're giving him enough credit. Oh, speaking of giving him credit, who wants to see Big become the chosen one for absolutely no freaking reason ever?
I mean, you know what? Considering she's, the little fluffball's been helping us out throughout our whole adventure, I guess it only makes sense that maybe she saw potential in him to see into her past.
I mean, to call it's okay. We all have off days. You picked the wrong guy. It's all right. You can admit it. You thought this big sage prophecy was gonna be.
Also, by the way, don't you think this scene would have been more appropriate for Knuckles?
Yes.
Probably.
Because this is like her discovery of the altar and her talking with the spirit of chaos itself.
Well, I mean, Chaos itself is a spirit of sorts.
I'm just now thinking back to like Johnny's review, where it's this part that just the intense close-up of Big as you hear like the choir is singing in his head.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
It's
fucking
just-
troll song.
Wait,
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just like, it's just like. What if suddenly the entire plot just took a turn like, it's just like the ritual spoken of in my ancient time. It's like what?
It's like
And
the secret Dakota ring in my cereal box set.
I suppose their jig is up. I must expose the ruse that I too am deed and the shaman of the forest. It's like what?
I have now recalled the fear of being mortal.
I'm just like, ooh, a ring pop, and then he tries numbing on it.
And then he gets like an electrical jolt.
Oh, I blew up Malaysia.
Oh my god.
They just look at each other.
See if the Sudafed's falling off.
Froggy, let us agree to never speak of this again.
Oh,
Is that you? Froggy, what'd you do?
Is it 4th of July?
Oh, I agree. It was not.
Froggy, I know how much
Oh
of
my
a
god.
Froggy, I know how much of a troublemaker you are and how you like to get into ship mechanics. Did you cause this ship to go back to its original form?
No.
Froggy
But yeah,
sunk
no.
the Titanic.
I will say that really is one of my favorite lines from Big the Cat because he does have a point. Who would bother saving the both of them? Nobody knows they're here!
True.
And also, this is like the one time throughout the entire story where the game expects you to take a ride on the egg carrier's built-in monorail system.
Here it comes.
Monorail.
It's like, this is cool and all, but kind of unnecessary when you already have that pad over there that can take it straight inside.
Oh, the Eggmobile elevator?
Weight capacity exceeded.
Ouch.
And here we are. Now, the problem is that we don't have any way up here, but fortunately, Big's intuition has told him that if he gets really high up, maybe he can see a way down.
Ooh.
Not yet.
Not yet. Why not?
You gotta go even higher. Like that weird undulating dolphin.
Ooh, that's a big fish.
Pretty.
Reel it in.
Big's sensory overload kicks in, and he's like, I gotta fish that fish!
Was the fish out of water?
He is legend.
Fish.
Froggy, by fishing my entire life, I've toiled for this moment.
I've lived up to this moment.
I'm right on time.
Uh-oh.
Who are you again?
It's the big cheese. Let's get out of here, Froggy. Cheese? I like cheese.
Oh, so you want to introduce me to your new friend, Froggy?
And so here we go.
Don't do it.
So all this time, Froggy has been acting weird, but it's mostly because, the influence of chaos has pretty much been controlling him this entire adventure. That's why he's so obsessed with getting that emerald and delivering it straight to him.
Oh no.
And thus, chaos.
You gave away a wedding ring?
Wedding ring.
And again, we shall never know what Chaos 5 or 3 looks like.
There's nothing sacred anymore.
Once you get your tail,
Since when did Chaos have a tail?
ultra strong.
Well, did you remember the fight with Sonic?
No, but that's the thing. Like even in Chaos 7, I don't think 7 has a tail.
Chaos Zero has like a nub of a tail.
No, Frog, no!
but
God damn it,
it's not that
Froggy
much.
again.
Froggy!
I was about to say, to be fair, Logan, like, we
Oh.
don't really see much of Perfect Chaos aside from its head or neck.
That's fair.
Also, spoiler warnings for Frontiers. None of the other characters that look like Chaos have tails either.
Yeah. Oh, hey you.
Blue pineapple.
Look what happened.
I know, I can't believe it. Froggy's actually a deity. Yeah,
Wouldn't that be some shit if Froggy was the one controlling Chaos this whole time?
That would be
I can't believe what's happening.
no, I can't. He did this last week.
Last week. Oh!
Slowing there.
It's just, I just love him just being so like nonchalant, like, yeah, no, don't worry. He has performance anxiety. Just don't look at him, and he'll be able to do this just fine.
No, you can't do it. Only I can save Frog.
And again, just.
I
because
need
I
him for
I
the
know we've
divorce
mentioned it at some point.
proceedings.
Yeah, since we mentioned it at some point, yeah. Took me a long time to branch it, but yeah, no, again, he's voiced by John St. John, Duke Nukem, one of his least favorite performances ever. I feel for him that he had to do this.
I
You know,
actually
it's-
have
I
a
find-
little
I mean,
bit.
I don't.
Actually, I have a little bit of a thing, like with John St. John, because like I have him as a friend on Facebook, and every year he will always give me a happy birthday.
Aww.
Yeah,
Come
he's
on,
a very
come on.
sweet man.
That's what I've heard. Like he's very chilled, like in nature.
One more time, we're feeling.
Yeah.
I got
That's
him.
it?
That's the boss.
That's it.
You just have to cast your lure at him
12
3 times?
seconds.
You know,
No. God,
I would have loved as like an extra detail while you're trying to fish out Froggy, you just see Sonic running around trying to hit him.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, it would.
And now that I think about it, like I'm honestly, like I understand that at the end of the day, Big just wants Froggy back. They should have capitalized and have Big try to fish out the Chaos Emeralds as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That would have been a good
and
idea.
and showing the two of them fighting with each other. You have to like wait for Sonic to freeze it, and then you can like use I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean that would have been cool, but I mean again, I'm not going to give them too much shit considering this game's whole development went through a pretty vicious cycle.
I also think that last bit of gameplay was utterly useless because literally all you do is just walk over and bam, game's won. Frog's like, what are you doing?
There's a first time for everything, Froggy.
And
You
we
ready?
never saw Big again.
Here we go.
No!
Oh,
Here comes the silliest one yet, MB.
Oh, this one's great.
The things you see in off-screen hacks like this and in Prime Hack.
It's a beautiful thing.
I would love it if you could add in like cartoon shanky sound.
What?
effects.
What do you mean, like the sound of like the Looney Tunes jalopy, like the...
I don't have a license.
I'll look into it. I'll look into it. And now that the two are reunited and Froggy's back in good health, they go back to their everyday rituals of being fools in the jungle.
Fishing and living off the land.
Boy, Froggy, I had one heck of a day chasing after you. But now I'm glad things are back to normal and no more bad things will happen ever again.
He fell over.
And then Big the Cat died of cardiac arrest. This is a spirit journey.
Look at me, Froggy! I'm king of the world!
Witness me in my majesty.
Aw, it's just,
My greatest moment.
and I think I like that. They're just having a fun, laid-back time.
Wholesome.
That's pretty much their life story.
Done.
My question is, what the hell?
Hello.
I'm sorry. That'd be
was
the
it?
first
It's
picture
like-
that shows up.
You had to say something else, Mr. Potty Mouth.
That's
the
And
I gotta ask, what the fuck was he doing there?
Again, he was just dancing around. He was
Oh my God,
he's
he's
king of the
scared.
world.
what was he cooking?
Why?
What was he cooking? Oh, yeah, he did not. That was not what he was cooking. Cooking, Froggy.
I did not have sexual relations with that
Hold
frog.
up. Hold up. Let him cook.
Yo,
Any-
go ahead, James. Your thoughts on how about James? What your thoughts on his gameplay in the midst of everybody else's campaigns?
In massive air quotes.
Ultimately unnecessary. Not to say I hate the character. In fact, honestly, nowadays I really do not mind the character, not mind him so much. I mean, honestly, he's such a very charming part of the franchise. It's just that, again, he did not start off on good graces.
Yeah, he kind of has the same problem that Silver had, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing. Their very debut, they started off on very bad footing, but over time they've warmed up to the community, and the community has warmed up to them.
In fact, he's in the new big show now.
Yeah, it's true. He is a main character in Sonic Prime.
Yeah.
And we get to show off Froggy's like mad bongo skills in it.
Heck yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Wait, what?
In Sonic Prime, when they get to the pirate chapter, there's this big like bongo sesh with Froggy, and they're doing like whole musical numbers.
Froggy plays the bongos?
There is probably one thing I will say regarding Big and Froggy that I do think is kind of I don't know how to feel about, or no, I'm not the biggest fan of. They've been very I don't know how to put this, but like
They've been very together for a long time.
No, Iki, that's actually my problem. It's kind of the opposite. Like, you see a lot of Big nowadays, but usually Froggy's an MIA.
Right, like in Frontiers. Yeah, I don't think you can find Froggy anywhere.
Fucking Frontiers, like that's.
He's seeing other cats.
He's not in the game.
He's not in the game. You can't even fish him up. It's like, what the fuck, guys?
He's busy looking at other cats.
Somebody has to look after the house while we're gone. Froggy's very meticulous about keeping the house in tidy condition. Listen. Knuckles has a Tikal and Chaos to look after the Master Armor while he's gone. Froggy has to look after my home while I'm gone. We all have to make sure people guard the home front while we're away.
Meanwhile, you gotta...
Listen, I know why Froggy wasn't in Frontiers. Sega made a deal. He's gonna be in the possible next short.
That'd actually be pretty cool. But actually,
that would be actually cool.
You know what? I already know the actual sick truth behind why Froggy's not around anymore. Have you ever seen a frog's lifespan?
Yes, actually.
No, don't tell me that. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. No.
Frog is dead.
This is the story that's going to make him sympathetic like Goofy when his wife passed.
Anyway,
No. Even better. Big's under the impression that Froggy went to go get the milk.
No.
Okay, go ahead, Hype.
I want to ask, before time runs out, MB, what did you think of seeing a Big's campaign unfurl before your eyes?
I mean, I had a good time. I wish there was more substance, in all honesty. But I had a good time just getting to know him a little bit more and see where he started off from. But I'm glad that he has a lot more love and dedication nowadays. But yeah, everyone starts from somewhere.
Yep, and I mean, he got better over time. I mean, heck, look at Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
What about Sonic Heroes?
He actually got to kick some serious ass in that game.
Well,
Yeah, where the Chaotix also got a redemption arc.
well, with that, the fishing adventure has come to a close.
Haha, Finn.
Finn! Like a fish.
Finn like a fish.
You don't know that.
So,
That's a threat.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we only have one campaign left to go before the big climax of Sonic Adventure. Stay tuned for probably one of the more heartfelt stories in the whole lot, E102, codenamed Gamma.
Yes.
You know, we've barely spent an hour on this mode. Why don't we just do it now?
No. No.
I'd say now's a good enough stopping point, considering I was able to pad this game out enough to reach roughly around the same time I stopped Knuckles and Amy, so I think we're good.
Was Knuckles really that fast?
Yeah, I was able to clear it out pretty quickly. But yeah, with that said, we'll see you all later for Gamma.
You don't want to make a big cat mad.
Bye-bye.
see ya.
Oh, gosh.
The heck?